It's Billy Lee, really, Marcus, Marquis. That's French. And the Lee comes from my dad. His first name was Lemoyne. And everybody called him Lee. But you name it, I'd do anything there was to make a living, besides a real job. Like my mother said, oh, when you ever gonna get a real job? But I've done everything you can imagine, but I've always restored old stuff. I love old people and old stuff. And we got to know our past to know what our future's going to be, kind of deal. And listen to them old timers tell about, things they did. It's just, we're doing the same thing they did. It's just a different bunch doing it, Well, to take an old ugly piece of wood and turn something beautiful into it, like a table or like my rooster. You see my rooster, weather vane I made. But God made that tree, and there's not nothing in the world like it anywhere. So if you hand make something out of that old wood and give it or sell it or whatever, there's never another going to be made like that. Oh, the Taylor cabin. Well, it was in the same family for, gosh, I don't know how many generations. And it's probably been almost 30 years now that I went and talked to Floyd Taylor. He got a hold of me, and he saw me on TV or something, And he said, I want my cabin restored, and he said, I want to give it to somebody where it will stay available to people to see from now on. That was his dream. We got to teach our kids coming along what things, the true history, what, they didn't put cement between logs, and they didn't put cedar shingles on them. All these cabins, everybody puts cedar shingles on them. Well, we don't have cedar. We got juniper, but cedar, the shingles they make come from the Northwest. Hopefully it'll be a learning center for the kids to show them how people really lived back then. I'm going to use what they use, post oak. Post oak is, there's lots of different, we got like 150 something varieties of oak in Texas, but post oak was the number one wood. 99% of all cabins are made out of post oak, which is in the white oak family. It just don't rot. I mean, it's just almost impossible. So everything I use will be post oak from, the same area the cabin comes from, I'm gonna put the same chinking daubing back in it that they put in it, which they didn't order it from Montgomery Ward. They went out there and got it out of the ground, and so everything will be put back the way it was. First you got to rip off, throw away everything that's not original. And then you got to hand make everything that, you can't go to the lumberyard and buy, so it has to all be handmade, put back, and there'll be signs there. I've always seen lots of signs. Them old cabins will talk to you if you know how to listen to them. There's lots of signs there that tells you what it originally had and what originally was done, and the axe marks that are in it tells you that that guy had a pole axe. He didn't have a broad axe, and he used an adze to make the logs flat. He didn't use a broad axe, you know. So I'll be using the same tools that he used, which I've got lots of them.
Hello, I'm Peggy Riddle, Director of the Denton County Office of History and Culture, and I want to welcome you to the Denton County Historical Park. We have several historic structures here, and this is our latest restoration project, the Taylor Log Cabin. This cabin came from Corinth and was built with logs that we have had dated through dendrochronology, which is the core dating from 1867 to 1868. So we believe the cabin was built about 1868. It was completed about 1868. However, I want to tell you a little bit about who owned the cabin before the Taylor family. This cabin was built by, we think, two potters, early potters that were in Denton County, Wilson and Sarin. They both owned the property where the cabin sits, and both of them made stoneware for the residents of Denton County, and we have some examples of their stoneware. This was they came here in the 1850s, 1860s, up to 1860s. And so this is really exciting that this cabin is affiliated with our early Denton County potters. As a coincidence, before we obtained from the Taylor family this cabin, the developer of property in Corinth gave us the Wilson pottery kiln. So we have that, which we hope to reconstruct here at the Denton County Historical Park. This cabin was restored by Bill Marquis, who is the #1 cabin restorer for our whole area, and he did a great job of hand hewing the beams, the logs. He made the shingles. He went to the site and got the daubing that's in between the logs, and we had a day when our volunteers came and helped to finish off the daubing in between the logs. We'll have to do that probably every other year or something, just to fill in. So we're inside the Taylor cabin now, and during the restoration, Bill Marquis, our log cabin restorer, found this flat stone, which is what you see all over Denton County, this wonderful sandstone, a lot of iron in it. And it had a smooth area here. And he said, Peggy, this is what they would have had to grind their corn at the fireplace, and they would have kept it on the mantle or on the hearth of the fireplace. So we're really lucky we have a grinding stone that's from the original log cabin. We will officially open this cabin on April the 6th of this year, and we hope to have a grand opening for it, along with Bill has said he's going to kill a hog, so we'll have a cooked pig, we'll have vegetables and fruit from our Denton County farmers, and we'll invite the whole community to come and see the cabin.